I'm going to go over the screen tabs and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So I'm going to go to work and then work orders. And when I say tabs, I mean the tabs that are across your screen and also what is in the more tab. I don't know if everybody's aware, but you can hide these by user groups. You can change the tab order. You can make tabs that always display. You can do a couple other things I'm going to show you based on user groups. So to do this, you want to go to administration, you want to go to security, and you want to go to user groups. And I'm going to just mess with my user group, which is the R5 admin. So I'm going to find that user group. This is also helpful, and we'll get into that with the screen permissions, if you have like a read-only user group, and how we can also hide and make it so people cannot edit any other organization's data that they shouldn't have access to, that they should only have read-only. All right, so I'm going to go to menus first. So menus is where you can add the different screens, but also where you can change the tab order. So I'm going to go to work orders again, and I'm going to right click on it. And you see that there is a change tab order. So when I say change tab order, I mean the tabs that are always displayed, not what's also in the more tab. So I want to make sure to point that out. So you can see right now, if I go to my work order screen, it gives me the record, and then it goes into comments, activities, checklist. I have the ability to change it, go, okay, I want to start seeing every time documents, and maybe I want to see that closer to comments, or that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move that up right after comments just to show that you can do that. So comments is 3, so I'm going to make this 4. And then I'm going to just change these because I like my numbers to make sense. So I'm going to 10, 9, and change that sequencing. And then this will be 6 and 5. Ooh, I already have 5 up there. Looks like I already had duplicate, so I'm just going to hit submit. So you can actually change the orders you see on your screen, but only if they are the displayed ones. To make them actually always display, that's where we're going to go into screen permissions. So here on the actual menus, you can change the actual tab order, but on screen permissions is where we can make it where it's always showing, not showing, and also give the permissions of what that user group can do on that screen. So I'm going to go to work and then my work orders, because I was messing with the documents tab. And right now, if I go and I find documents, I can either scroll down or I can search for it. Yep, these documents. You can see the tab is available, but not always displayed. So I'm going to make it always displayed now, and I'm going to hit save. So now if I log out and log back in, it should be moved and always displayed. Now when I go to work and work orders, and I actually go into a record, you can see my documents tab is now displayed, and it's right after activities. I should have done a little bit moving over, but I think these were both 5. So I think that's why the activities is first and then documents is second, because it's alphabetically. All right. So you have the ability to not only add and make things always displayed, but you can also take away. So if you're never using safety, or maybe you don't need equipment all the time, you can do the same thing. We go into administration, security, user group. Again, find the user group that you want. So I'm going to do R5 admin. And I'm going to go to screen permissions. And I'm going to go back to my work orders. And I always find it easier if I know some display and I don't want it, to click here and then do the selected. So you only see, and then click run, what is always displayed. So these are all the tabs that are displayed when I go into the work order record. So if I don't want safety up there, always displayed, or maybe I don't want parts up there, I have the ability to save, and then the next time anybody in that user group logs in, Those will no longer be there. There's a couple things I want to point out. I don't know if anybody has a read-only group. Oh, sorry. Let me go over what query, insert, update, and delete means first, and then I'll go into my next topic. So you can see that not every, let's take this back out. For my user group, these are not all populated. So query means that you want to see the data and be able to, query off the data to look it up and see all that information. Insert means you can actually insert a record or insert information into that tab or screen. And then update, can I update the information that's out there? All this is based on user groups. So, if you have a technician user group and maybe you're on the asset screen, maybe you want them to be able to query it, you want to look at it, but not actually insert or update any of the information out there. And delete is just like it sounds. You're deleting that record, or you'd be able to delete the record, because update would be, taking away information. You guys have the ability to determine by user group what they're allowed to actually do on the screen. Okay. And then tab available. So you can remove tabs that you don't even want in the more. So if it's just tab available and not always tab displayed, then it means that it's actually in the more section. So tabs always placed just like it sounds, where it's always one of the tabs across the screen. And then tab available means if I do this, it's going to still keep the tab available, which makes sense. But now it will actually show up on the screen and stay up on the tabs. So that's, the system allows you to do that by user group. Now, if you have a user group, I'm going to go back to the read-only that went down a little bit earlier. If you have a read-only group, maybe for parts or maybe for assets, where you're like, hey, we want them to see the other site's information, but not be able to change any of their data. I always think about more parts, especially if you guys are sharing parts between different organizations. You might have a read-only group where that group can only look at the parts data for the other orgs and not actually make any changes. So that's where you can make it so they can just query. So I'm going to go down to parts. Because you don't want to have to go through, you don't want to do screen designer, because it might be, you're just doing it by org that you don't want them to see or change. You can make it where they can only query. And if you just click on the query, you can make it where it automatically takes out these extra checkboxes. And let's say you don't want them to be able to even query. Let's say you're doing something that's just parts only that you want them to see and not equipment. You might have it where just query is selected for that read-only group, but then actually the assets, the system positions, depending on what you guys use, those might be, I'm going to hit save. Those might be taking away all the queries. Because that way, when you associate that read-only with that user, they only see their assets. They only see their assets or their systems, but they could see the parts data of the other sites. So it kind of gives that flexibility where you can make a read-only where they only see certain data based on what you want them to see. I'm going to put all this back, but I'll show you what it means, because you could make something also where you don't screen design. You say, hey, I just want this user group to query parts and not actually insert or update or be able to delete. Then you would make it just query, or let me go to parts record. Then you would just want it to be query. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to make this query, and I'm going to show you what it looks like if someone can just query. I don't know if anybody's ever seen that before, where it grays all the way out and makes it so they can still see the data, but they cannot edit or update the data. So now I go to materials and parts, everything's grayed out. So I can't touch anything, but I can still see that data. Even if I had hit the plus sign, it's not going to allow me to insert that record. It's not going to let me update. I can just look at that information. All right, that was a real quick all over about tabs and screen permissions. Does anybody have, is there any questions out there? Is there anything in the chat, or anybody have anything that they would like to ask in the next couple of minutes?
I don't see anything in the chat. So thanks for sharing that. As Stephanie showed, just to reiterate, when you're changing the tab order, that's only impacting those tabs that are always displayed. From the More dropdown, those tabs are going to be listed in alphabetical order. So just keep that in mind. And especially for the screens that are used the most often, changing the tab order to reflect a typical process flow, especially when it comes to work orders, is definitely, a great way of enhancing the user experience, especially for your technicians that are navigating between the various work order tabs. So definitely keep that in mind. Like I said, if you have any recommendations or ideas for future sessions, please let us know. Otherwise, thanks again to Stephanie, and we will see you all back next week. Have a great day.